Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eichenberry in real life. That's my dad with me.
Hi.
Also known as Bruce in real life. We're out walking this morning. Morning exercise. He does this every morning. I'm out joining him today.
I try to do it.
Yes. So, I was thinking last night about some of the entrepreneurial things that I do and what's important to be successful and everything. And, you know, it dawned on me that one of the things that I've learned is really important is customer service. And now, Dad here does a really good job with it. He, you know,
I try to do a really good job of it.
yes, well, I think that that you were successful with that. So, anyway, one of the things. So my dad's been an entrepreneur before. You owned a business,
Right.
and everything, but you spent the majority of your career working for others.
Right.
And how important would you say customer service was with both? Break it into both parts, or is it the same?
No, breaking into both parts, it's the same, about the same.
Yeah.
Because if you got a good customer base, people want you
Mm-hmm.
to hire you,
Mm-hmm.
and that also means that you can go into business for yourself, if that you so desire.
Yeah. Knowing what kind of reaction you get from customers, knowing that, you know, because even if you're working for somebody else and you do great customer service and you have people coming back because of you, and if you have people giving testimonials to the company and their great service because of you, and if you have, you know, people asking for you, then maybe you have a customer base to start with.
Correct.
So I think that is something that many people don't realize.
Well, even as a employee, you have to treat your job like you are an entrepreneur if you want to succeed.
Yes.
Because you need to be able to take care of customers, know what they want, and evaluate all of that and know what to do with it. And so a good customer base list is invaluable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I normally always had a base between 1,000 and 1,500 people in it.
Right.
And that really,
So, okay, so now 1,000 and 1,500 doesn't sound like very much, but with what you were doing, that was, that's a pretty healthy list.
right.
So, on the internet, 1,000, 1,500 is nothing. But in brick and mortar, that really can be a business.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially like I was in jewelry and in high-end gifts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that paid off because when products would come in the store, I would know who to call
Yeah.
and who would like this certain item.
Mm-hmm.
And I, years ago, I got on that Palm Pilot you gave me.
Oh, the Palm Pilot. Oh, man.
Yeah, this
Talking
is-
old school.
This is really old.
Yeah.
But on there, it had categories.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the category area, I listed like jewelry and then what type of jewelry. But by the time I got the Palm Pilot, I was already into the high-end gifts. So I listed people in areas like with Baccarat, the glassware,
Mm-hmm.
and Lalique, Orifors, you know, Costa Boda, different products like that,
Mm-hmm.
and Yadro, and Swarovski.
So, with what kind of success did you have? Did that create for you by having this information and being able to reach out to them?
Well, like I had a couple of customers, and one in particular that would just in one product line alone would do over $100,000 with me.
Oh, that's a fair bit of change.
Yes,
So,
because every item that from that product that came in, he wanted two of.
oh, one for himself and one for a gift?
No,
Oh,
both for himself.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay, one is backup in case he breaks one?
I never asked.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I just got him the credit.
When you decided to go out on your own and take your customer list with you, did that cause any problems with your employer?
Yes, it did.
What happened?
Well, well, I came from Nordstrom, and Nordstrom was probably the most valuable teaching or training that a person can have at that time, because we wrote down the name of the person, what product they bought, their address, everything that went along with it, their email address even. And so as you went along, you collected a list that got a number of people. So I brought 1,000 customers that I had on this list to this jewelry company, our store, and worked there for 4 years, and then decided to start up my own store. And so when I left, I just took the whole list. And because he was not willing to give me my names off the list that I had, so I took everything.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
And it was a sneaky move. I gotta admit that. But then when I sent out the invitation for the opening of the store, there was a phone call the opening night of a lawyer going to be suing me. And so I happened to have friends that were lawyers and the biggest law firm in town, and they said they would take this on as a gratis because I was just starting out.
Yeah.
So the other party and I met with about 10 lawyers.
Oh goodness, not intimidating.
Yeah, because they thought he was going to come at me, and they made me sit clear down at this long table, and this was a completely glass room. And then they had security guards outside.
Goodness.
I know. I didn't realize the gravity of it at the time. But anyway, so basically it came down to, even if I said hello to a person, they were my customer, and they were his customers.
Right.
So there is no laws, and I don't know, unless you sign agreement before you go in for your employment. And I'm not sure about that, how that stands either.
So check your pre-employment contract, or whatever it is you're signing whenever you are, applying for a job or being accepted for a job, to see whether or not it's going to affect your customer list if you already have one, or if you're going to build one while you're there.
Or if you already have one.
Yeah.
How protected are you? But it came down to, there are no really rules about whose customer is whose, legally, at that time.
Right.
So what it came down to was, let's get through this.
We're going through the cars here. Somebody parked in the sidewalk.
Morning. So, where was I?
What it came down to?
Oh,
the laws?
well, yeah, what it came down to was neither one of us had the rights to these customers.
Or you both did?
Or we both did.
Yeah, okay.
So what it came down, what we decided on, the conclusion was that I wouldn't mail to his relatives and he wouldn't mail to my relatives. Well, I took his relatives off the list, but he kept mine on.
Right.
And so,
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So bringing this all back around to customer service, would you say that you had trust with your customers?
Yeah.
And so
I think both, mostly. Some customers you write down are just in one time and would never see them again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you may be sending out things or emailing and annoying them,
Mm-hmm.
but they can take you off the list if they want to.
What about customers who are buying for their mistress? Has that ever happened?
Well, yes, in jewelry mainly.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't send thank you notes.
Okay, so were there ever any mistakes in that area of contacting someone and them finding out something they shouldn't have?
Yes, we did cause a few divorces.
Oh my. Yes, well, they shouldn't have been doing that stuff in the first place, I guess. But you don't have any control over your customers and what they do. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And customer service is really important, whether you're like the guys maintaining this equipment over here, or your property management for a house, or your mechanic, or you're mowing the lawn, or doing whatever, taking care of the lake. It's all important. And you know, the best way to get new customers is word of mouth. And so if you do a great job, that happens naturally. If you do a bad job, it happens naturally that they complain and they'll reach 10 times as many people. So anyway, keep that in mind. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care. Bye, Dad.
Bye.